Last night, we told you about a credit card skimming incident in Lompoc, and since then, we've heard from several people who say they have had similar experiences at another branch. KSBY's Jacob Dizon spoke with a woman who says she had her entire account cleared out.
Santa Maria mom Unique Castillo tells me she used the ATMs here at Bank of America in Santa Maria 2 weeks ago, and within hours her electronics benefits card was duplicated with all the funds in her account wiped out.
When I looked on my mobile app, it showed the transactions from where the perpetrators went and took out my money from a bank that I didn't even go to, and there was 3 different transactions, one for $800, one for $700, and one for $60.
But Castillo was not the only victim. Though she was working today and unavailable to meet for an interview, Ange Canseco of Lompoc tells me that on the same day Castillo had her money stolen while using a Bank of America ATM, Canseco also used her debit card at a Bank of America ATM in Lompoc. She says by November 7th, her account was wiped out by an unauthorized transaction from Santa Maria's Bank of America location on South Broadway. Canseco tells me on November 13th, she also received a notice about another transaction in Utah for $380. She says the funds were restored in her account by Thursday evening. Meanwhile, Friday afternoon, another Santa Maria Bank of America customer reached out to us saying $800 disappeared from her bank account when she too withdrew money from the ATM on South Broadway on November 7th. She says she reached out to the Santa Maria Police Department on November 9th, and that day, according to her police report, representatives at the bank informed officers that they had recovered a card skimmer inside one of their ATMs and that it was placed in their vault for safekeeping. On Friday, I also went to the Bank of America on South Broadway myself to speak with their employees about the incident, but they refused to comment on the situation. They directed me to their corporate media spokesperson, and I have not yet heard back. Castillo, meanwhile, sharing with me the consequences she has faced as a result of the fraudulent transactions.
It put me behind on all my bills, on my rent. I had late fees. I wasn't able to go get my daughter the shoes she needed for her basketball. I had no gas money. It burdened us a lot.
Castillo tells me she too filed a police report and that the funds were restored in her account the following week. Though they're unrelated to the string of incidents at Bank of America on Friday, I also reached out to the Community Bank of Santa Maria for tips on how you can identify and avoid having your card duplicated when using ATMs. They say it's a good idea to be on the lookout for glue or tape or anything sticking out of the ATM, and that you should consider wiggling the keypad or slot for loose-fitting attachments. In Santa Maria, Jacob Dizon, KSBY News.
And we also reached out to both Santa Maria and Lompoc police departments, but they were unavailable for comment.